And welcome back. And this is Cardfight Vanguard Part 3. And this is the card training of Cardfight Training by Steven Johnson of Cardfight Vanguard Part 3. So, in Part 2, I was talking about stand and draw ride called Attack and Guard. So this is part 3. And I am still in Let's Car Fight. So let's check out 6. Attack with your Vanguard and dive check. You can get added in effect. Dive checked. When a Vanguard attacks, a dive check activates. So it's kind of like this. You can check your cards for check drive until you figure it out. And of course, you can check out any cards that are damaged. So I'm going to read this. Attack side. Number 1. Attack with Vanguard. So I can attack with this one. And again my attack. Like so. If it has this symbol, the twin drive, you can attack. Number 2. Flip over the top card of your deck into the trigger zone. So I can put this card here into the trigger zone and flip it like here. And 3, it affect the trigger if there is a trigger icon in the top right corner. So in the top right corner you have to check what's that star symbol of this the stand ones of the right corner. Step 4. Plus 5,000 powers to a unit, plus it adds an effect. So it adds to the effect by checking one of these here. It adds a pause and you gotta check for 500 power. Step 5. Receive the cards that goes to your hand. Receive the 5 cards that goes into your hand. And number 6, drive to check if it has a twin drive. Drive check twice if it has a twin drive. So if it has this twin drive here, you can check it, and of course then you can attack your Vanguard. And it says this right here: dive check twice with twin drive. If a Vanguard with twin drive attacks, you get to deck check twice. It is the unit ability that only grade 3 until have and give your double the chance to reveal a trigger. If a rear guard attacks, there is no dive check, so proceed directly to the damage check. So that means that I have to check, like for each area, check the opponent's, check to see if the damage checked. So I'm just doing this for training, just for me. And it says on page 7, even when your Vanguard takes damage, you can still get the chance to check damage checked. When attacks the Vanguard, a damage check activates. So it says here on the defense side, it says number 1, attack his Vanguard. So I began to attack his Vanguard. So I could just attack by using this one and attacked him. And it says step 2, flip over the top. Flip over the top card of your deck into the trigger zone. So I flip the card, let's go to the trigger zone. And there it goes. And so I just put in the trigger zone. What I could just do is that go to the trigger zone right here, the flip zone. And it says step 3. It effect triggers if there is a icon on the top on the right corner. So it has an icon on the top corner. That means you can use it or not. I'm just doing this for practice. Trust me. Same thing for the dive check. 500 power to a unit plus a intended effect. So I had to check what I said again. I could just put this right here to boost up my powers to 5,000, no matter what I said. I said the 500 powers. That powers up to the units of my card. Step 5. Put the review cards to face up into the damage zone. So the face up, like right here, for example, if I could just check this out of the damage zone, I could just put this right up there to the trigger zone. Or I could just check it. Number 6. Perform a damage check for each damage of you receive. So I'm going to receive some of the damages of my cards of Vanguard and check for any damage that is like I'm done for the game, and for checking for any damages that I can just put like here, or I just put in the trigger zone. And number 7, retail all guards. So all guards can go to the drop zone here for the drop zone. Oh, it says on the bottom, the top says, judge the results of the battle. The hint. Attack's power is higher, which means your attack is higher and then you get hits. Attack's powers is lower, so no hits. A power are the same. That means it's a hit. Compare the card powers after adding all the affections of the dive checked, which is you can check for these these numbers here that you could check or add them up to boost your Cardfight Vanguard and to attack. So let's check out part 8. I mean, not part 8, page 8. My bad. You can attack again if you don't end the turn. It says end turn. And it says right here, if are no units to attack, you will end your turn. So that means I can end the turn by my opponent will use the other card and attack me by using strategy. So it's just for trading for me because I have to trade some Cardfight Vanguard. And of course, it's very difficult to trade, so I'm very good at this a little bit. It says right here, it says when you attack AEI battles ends, it defeated fighters restations all the guards. If you want to attack more, go back to 4 and attack with another unit. If there are no more attacks defensive, that you will end your turn. Your opponent will start his or her turn for 2 stand and draw. This sequence will continue until 6 points of damage is dealt or someone decks one's out. So the deck will be running out like this, and it'll end your turn. That means you're doomed. Oh, and it says down the bottom right here, it says tips for winning a card fight. 1. Write each card turn for reach grade 3. Exchange your hand before the card fight so that you have each card from grades 1 to 3 and each of your turn. So if I have like grade 1, if I have 0, I have grade 1, grade 2, or even grade 3. So that will be the each of my turns. It says number 2, aim for a total power of 15,000 points. Overpowered to overpowered opponent's guards called units so that you have a combined powers of 1,500 or more between units in the front and back low. So if you have like 15 points, 15,000 points, that means you have to check in the back row and even the front that you can attack. Number 3, the attack opponent Vanguard. In order to deal 6 damage faster, connect your attack on to your opponent's Vanguard. Image victory. So, if I could deal with 6 damage faster, that means that I could attack my opponents. So I could just do like this. I use all my boost cards like so, and to boost them attack, so I could just attack my opponent. If I could just do this, if the opponent attacks me or some kind of special power, that means I am serious, a lot of trouble. So, this has been Cardfight Vanguard Training Parts 1, 2, and 3. And even of course I am training for cardfight tournaments, and even of course some video game tournaments as well. So this is Steven Johnson on YouTube channel / Steven Johnson. Please subscribe or make a comment about the Cardfight Vanguard training or other card fights I can train. Just write some description down below or make a comment down below as well. So this is Steven Johnson. Just keep playing Cardfight Vanguard and keep training until you practice better. And peace. And I'm still training for Cardfight Vanguard.